Welcome back, everyone. I know we had a week off. The session before that was a huge one, as you guys finally finished up the Dungeon of the Reptile God as you faced off against explicit Dephilus, the spirit naga that had overtaken Alfield by charming its people. Upon approaching her, you noticed that in the center of the room, an egg had been there, kind of vibrating, reverberating around some cultists that began to chant strangely as the lights began to dimmer and change in the room, and things got a little chaotic as bursting through the sky, an enormous snake that you could only assume was some sort of aspect of Zahir emerged through the ceiling, attacking this now burst egg, which was Mikey. You guys spend a large part of that, well, at least not a large part, but a decent bit of the start, deciding whether or not to leave. But after mustering up some bravery, you were able to put an end to the creature, free the townsfolk, and return to Alfield. But on the way home, you stopped at a campsite that looked like it was where Captain Bellamy, as well as the other party that you had ran into the night prior, had been set up as they were, as you know, hunting a serpapard in the area. But it looked like they had been assaulted, and you even found some sort of sigil belonging to a group that Ray recognized before you guys made it back to Alfield. Upon arriving, initially it was quiet, business as usual, before people began to notice the commotion coming from outside as people were emerging from the tree line. As people became reacquainted and began to hug and introduce themselves back to their family members, the group kind of met for a moment and decided that for the next couple of days, you guys would spend some time apart before getting back together. Before that, though, I believe you guys went to Kosh Clearbarker's home, where you were paid for accomplishing the deed of rescuing commoners, as well as some of the unfortunate commoners that did not make it back. But that is about where session drew to a close. The town is back, kind of coming back to normal. It's not totally normal yet, as it's only been a couple days, as people are getting reacclimated to everything. But you guys have had the last couple days to think about what you wanted to do in your downtime, as well as leveling up to level 4, as we find ourselves now in Alfield. It is the 11th of Dulehi, as let me pull you guys to the map. Did I con the great and mighty forget anything?
You have done right today.
About damn time. Only 14 sessions and we got one.
I get to roll 1 on level up, right?
Oh yeah, you're choosing health? Yeah.
Yeah, for my health, yeah.
Is that you rolled the one last time too, didn't you?
Nice.
I did, and then
that's unlucky. All right. So as we start the morning here, it's still a bit early. We'll go over a bit of what everyone would like to do in their downtime, as well as going over their choices for level 4.
Who's first?
So we'll start in order from me on my Discord. It's Thorag, Khan, Lilith, and then Maizie. So Thorag, what would you like to do in the couple days of downtime you guys have?
Well, in the couple of days of downtime, I would think that Thorag would sit down, make notes, and make a letter to the High Archivist in Sadash regarding the outcome in Alfield. Both what we found, the corruption within the town and the infiltration of the snake cult, and that this might be a danger for the entire region if this will pop up on more places, as well as noting of all the artifacts found, since the Kobold Souls are the collectors of knowledge as well as artifact to safekeep them so that they're not misused to gain power or like what can you call it, and take advantage of people. So I would probably spend some time making a couple of letters, sending them to both Rick Centrum and Sadash. I would possibly go and talk to Kosh Clearbarker and explain a little bit more in detail what has happened, as well as that we have a couple of places we didn't go, and they might want to send the town guards there as well, just in case there's any cultists left over in town. We don't know if there's any stragglers or in the forest. Of course, I would spend time with my fellow party members, and of course, looking through the library that I never got to do. So that's what I would do.
All right, and for level 4?
For level 4, I took another level of monk, which means I gained the default monk features for level 2, which means that I have flurry of blows. I now get focus points. I get the 1 time per day where I can get my key points back, which is only 2. As well as, let me just pull it up. I'm just pulling everything from memory. There's one more monk feature. Maybe I got the one where I can dash or disengage. But
You do.
That is basically it.
And I think you also get uncanny metabolism.
Yeah, that's the one I meant to keep points back and some healing.
Okay.
All right, Con.
In my free time, or not free time, downtime, recovery time, relax time, or thinking time, maybe, even. I would think a lot about the dream I had that last night and recall. I don't know if this is actually linked to that, but recall when I saw this eye of this giant lake monster all the way back in. I forgot the name of this lake, but it is northeast. Or I think it's east of the temple where you're from. Yeah,
I
just
know
east.
the lake you're talking about, yeah.
And feel some strange kind of new ability and just test it out against some rocks and notice that I can now throw acid that melts enemies. Or not enemies, but objects in general. And practice with it a little, still scared to not go to burn myself with the acid and make sure I control it correctly. And once I have that figured, one of those times where I get to reunite with the spam team, tell them a little bit of this thing that I saw. Maybe say something like, one time when I was having a lake session meditation with one of the masters, I looked down into the lake and I saw something looking back at me. It was massive. I can't quite describe its size for the depth it was at, and I am not even sure if I managed to see its whole body even. But when I looked at it, I was not scared, and I turned around to my master and asked, "What is that?" But when we looked back, it was not there anymore. What my master could answer me was that all things, even as terrifying as they might look, serve a greater purpose in maintaining balance. And that's the reason I didn't feel scared. I'm not sure about how right he is, but I think this thing visited on my dreams again, and when I woke up I was able to do this and do a demonstration of the acid attack.
All right. Very
You actually
nice.
had a
And
thing you said
for-
you were going to do as well last session before we hung up.
Did I?
Yeah, you said you had a large interest in talking to Subutai. But maybe you want to RP that out.
Oh yeah, I would also talk to Subotai and Thorak to get more information about the Cobalt Soul. And for my level 4, I got the Slow Fall Monk feature, which allows me to reduce fall damage as a reaction. And I got the Grappler feature, which increases me my dex by 1. And when I do an unarmed strike to deal damage, I can also grab them. Like, use the damage and the grapple option at the same time. Only once per turn.
And you have
All right,
advantage
Maizie.
versus the grapple target, as well as no
Oh, yeah.
movement penalty for the... Sorry for
Oh yeah, I
cutting off
have
though.
no movement. I have no movement penalty for moving with a grappled creature. I forgot about that. And I have advantage on attacks against grappled creatures.
Nice. Okay.
And that's it.
Move on to Maisie.
Oh, I thought I was last. But okay.
Oh yeah, my bad. Yeah, I said the Discord and then I started looking at Foundry. All right, Graph.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What the hell? I thought I'd be second to last. For me, that's funny. I just toggled into the Discord server to check what order I was in so I could argue with you, and I toggled out of the DMs where I wrote my list of what I did in the downtime. The primary use of the downtime for Lilith would be helping Penelope around the farm, preparing things, working on jobs that are like a nightmare for the 2 people that are there the rest of the time that need like a taller hand or a stronger hand or something. Just generally trying to get the farmstead in a place where like when you leave the washing up to pile up and you're causing yourself a problem, or you can do it in advance, trying to leave it with a clean sink situation for the whole area. Other than that, it's buying some spell components, looking for armor, but failing to find anyone that can sell armor, because it's a tiny town where no one buys and sells armor. Because we saw that one weapon shop, but the guy was antisocial. Checking in on the leatherworker guy who I paid, who hopefully now he's no longer got snake-induced brain damage, might have done a good job pimping out our group little cart that we can ride when we plan to sail on out of here. And in terms of mechanically, it's a simple one for me. Bard 4 is a new spell slot and a feat. So I took the dual wielding / multi-attack feat so that I can use my 2 swords more effectively. And then that's me.
All right, now Maisie.
Thank you. I will spend part of the time helping Lilith with any task that she needs, just because she's kind of the whole reason that I'm here, and as much as I don't want to be here, I don't really know what else to do with myself. So I would be, going to her looking for guidance and instruction and something to do anyway.
I give you so many of those like knockoff Karate Kid things where I'm like, go paint the fence, and you're like, oh, God's sake. Then I'm like, wah. I'll go, I can block now. You already knew how to block.
I also take some time asking the people around town more about Billy and his family, and seeing if I can get gear together so that we can investigate the bottom of the lake before we leave, or because I think that everybody was going to help me with that, but if they're not going to help me with that, then I'm going to do it myself.
Yeah, you guys were told about a man in town named Fendril Duskwater, who seemed he's like the town fisher. Everybody knows him for that. So if you were looking for a way to probably get to the lake, learn more about what's actually going on at the lake, that would probably be the man to find.
Okay. So I would go and speak to him. That can be a longer conversation if you want it to be. But basically, just asking, just getting more details about Billy, his family, how long, how long it's been since the shop sank. Are there any weird things that have been happening about the lake? Are there any rumors about unnatural things or creatures being seen? Any ghost stories or anything like that?
All right, Fendril will be one that you will talk to in game, so that one
Okay.
we're not going to do during this time.
Yeah, perfect. And then as far as leveling up, Paladin is pretty simple. I can prepare one additional spell per day. And I think I got an extra... Actually, no, I did not get any additional spell slots. Just, another spell that I can have ready. And in part of the training that I did with Lilith, I like that she brought up the wax on, wax off, because I am definitely getting ready or getting better at blocking and stopping people from getting around me in taking the Sentinel feat, increasing my strength by 1.
All right. What's the difference between 2014 and 2024?
Sentinel 2024, I believe it is mostly...
I mean, the reason I asked is because
Yeah.
the 2024 one is not automated yet, so I was just going to swap it to the 2014, but for the time being, we'll just say I'm using Sentinel.
It's
Oh,
worse.
gotcha.
That's the 2014.
I think.
Oh, it's worse?
It's even worse?
Yeah, because you
I
can't
thought it was
combine it
pretty
with.
damn good when I had it.
You can't. It's something about the op attack and things that. It's possibly that it doesn't mesh well with Full Arm Master or something.
No,
or
it does.
Or then there's one condition that makes it so that you can't some interaction with weapons on op attacks that I don't remember.
Okay, well, fuck it. We'll deal with it later. Anyway, you
Yeah.
guys come out of the 2 days all feeling a bit rejuvenated. Maizie especially after being exhausted for majority of the time in the dungeon. But you all find yourselves around Alfield now. It's starting to look more like a normal town. People are coming out. Yeah, I know, but I was reading the 2024 one when I sent the 2014 one because they look similar.
Yeah,
Same,
the
but
2024
different.
one says that it includes an active effect which can be used to reduce the creature's speed to 0. So does that mean it is automated?
No, that's just the Foundry one. We'll do that for the time being.
Oh,
No
okay.
worries. But anyway, yeah, you guys now find yourselves in Alfield. What would you like to do? I will say, as Spam gets together, you notice a man coming up to you who had been resting at Penelope's. So Lilith, you had seen him the last couple days, and Maizie might have as well. But coming up to you is the man Volo. And well, welcome back, friends. We've done it. I can't wait to read of what you've encountered down there. It'll be great for the book. As you know, I was soon to set off to Zadash, and you seem rather capable, adventurous. I was wondering, by chance, maybe if you'd be interested in escorting me to Zadash. Payment, of course, upon my arrival, barring I am safe.
Well, I have no objections. I We would like to go that way anyway. I don't know how the rest of you feel about this.
Same for me. I want to visit this cobbled library that you have spoken so much of.
Well, I am kind of in a hurry, but they can wait for me, so I am going to be at the library, just tending to my cart, making sure the horses are ready to go, and when you're ready, you can find me. I'll be either having a drink or just at the farm.
Come now, Willolo, you shouldn't drink and drive.
I won't be driving.
Who's driving?
Oh, one of you better get good with navigating carts. I plan on sitting inside of it and having a nice leisurely stroll.
We have not ridden cards. Has anyone?
Yeah. Have a horse.
Okay.
So naturally. Well, not naturally, but how much difference can it make? Well, someone else will have to take the second cart, because if you told me about the cart, Lily, we will hook up the cart.
It's like in front of us. Like it is the backdrop to us speaking to him. Is my cart parked up?
Well, we got this fantastic cart made by a master carpenter. So we are also, of course, taking the carriage.
Well, thank you. That is splendid. I know it's only been a short while, but has anyone gotten anything in their bestiary? Anything new? I'm looking to write some things on the way to Zadash.
Write down this glassilisk. It was an underwater glass crocodile.
Well,
Whilst it was submerged, it was practically invisible.
I've given the forms to you. You can fill them out.
All right.
Reluctantly take the form from him and take a pencil off of Maizie.
The bestiary that is in the journal tab is for you guys to go through and fill out. Like, basically, you add a page and you say, we encountered this monster. And ideally, you write it in character, because then it's kind of like, this is what Thorag thought about encountering the glassigator, or whatever Grass just called it. And then, I don't know, it's just kind of a fun way. Not everybody has to do it if you don't want to, but I don't know. Somebody, my DM in the other game does it, and I think it is very fun to write as your character encountering certain beasts, and also a way to help you guys write Volo's Guide to Monsters. You know, Willolo, yeah.
You have to be legally distinct, Bo, or they're gonna come after you. Listen, man, wizards, they send the Pinkertons when they're not happy.
They do.
Hold up, I gotta knock on my door. I'll be right back. Well, all right. Volo heads off, tells you that he will be around town for whenever you guys are ready.
Well, what's left in town? Or shall we go pick him up?
Mia said she wanted to go on the lake. Oh, talk to
Who's
someone.
Mia?
Maizie.
Who's Mia? Okay, Maizie. Are you Mia Maizie?
It's Mia's just a nickname.
Huh.
No, it isn't. No one has ever called you that. I have traveled with you for the best part of 8 months?
Okay, well, maybe. All right, I'm not going to defend it. Yes, I think before we leave town, that we need to figure out what is going on with this lake. It's concerning to me that this store was, or this shop that was just floating in the middle of the lake was abandoned and sunk, and no one has questioned it.
What's there to question? It was a bad business. You can't go to the middle of the lake and buy your groceries and swim back. It was a terrible fiscal model. Of course, it collapsed and fell in the lake. Well,
yeah, but I don't think it was always in the middle of the lake. I think they probably just went into the middle of the lake when the store was closed, and I'm sure that they were much closer to shore when the store was open. I mean,
No, it was definitely in the middle of the lake. I remember growing up in this little townstead. I would look at it, I'd be like, what the hell is it doing over there? I can't get there. The real mystery is, how did it last so many years?
Yeah. Okay, so maybe that's even more questionable. But my point is, someone that I used to know was a member of that family. And I feel like... I just feel like I need to go down there just at least once, just to see before we leave. It doesn't sit well with me.
Who was that man at the big cauldron with the breathing tube? He said he could set you up.
The little Duskwater, you mean?
That's him.
Yeah.
Let's head there, get you the big hat, send you down, you can pick up your trinkets, and then curiosity sated.
Sure. Okay.
You guys, oh geez, voice crack. You guys headed to the dock then?
Yeah.
Sure.
Or, I mean, yeah. You're headed to find Fendrel Duskwater. After asking around for him for a little bit, you learn that he's most likely down at the dock. And upon arriving down there, as the soft mist begins to roll across the lake, you notice a man sitting out on the dock, the weathered, creaky dock, just sitting up over a ledge. You see him. He's a broad-shouldered, with sun-weathered skin. It's definitely a furbull, with pale bluish skin and thick red brown hair. His beard is intricately braided with river stones and a small glass baubles. You see his equipment's kind of cobbled together, just hanging off on the side, and you see on his hand this fishing rod, but it looks unlike any other fishing rod. It's very finely and ornately crafted, and as you guys get close, you hear him, "All right there, buddy. You're gonna take that bait today, or are we gonna sit here staring at each other again, huh? Take your time. That's all right. Ain't in rush no here." And then as he hears you guys, "Oh, you're heavier than the frogs. Must be people. Hey there, don't mind me."
Hello there. Do you know... Again, what's the name of the person we are trying to find?
We're looking for information about the family of William Thomas.
The ones that
Are
had
you-
the boat?
Yes.
Are you
Huh?
William Thomas?
No,
No.
I'm Fendrel Duskwater.
Ah. Do you know...
Yeah, I know him. What is it you want to know exactly?
I was a friend of William, of Billy, when he was alive, and there's something about this lake, there's something about the circumstances surrounding his family and the reasons that they left, and the shop sinking and just sitting there at the bottom of the lake. It's something's... I don't feel that it's right. I feel like something else might be going on, and I'm looking for a way that I can, like, maybe go down there and inspect it, see what's going on. I would feel better if I could just take a look.
Oh, I could take you out to the lake. Got a boat. Yeah, it was strange. Sank fast, real fast. Too fast for no storm. I tell you what, flat water, clear sky, and whoosh, she's under, like something had yanked her. Down to the depths.
Yeah, I'd really like to go down, like go under the water. Do you have any, like, diving equipment or any way that we can do that?
I got something that we could use. And he pulls out this strange looking bubble. It honestly looks like a bubble that you might blow. And he kind of puts it on top of his head, and it sounds like somebody's talking through like underwater or something. But he pulls out a few of them. He's got 3, and he says, this is a breathing bubble. It gives you about an hour to breathe. You can get down in no time.
How did you do that?
I pulled it out of my bag.
The bubble?
Yeah. You never seen one of these? Take a gander.
I think I saw some other elementalist monks do similar things. So I was wondering if it was maybe a nature trick.
Could be. I got this from my cousin.
Who's your cousin?
His name's Pumat. Pumat Soul. Got a little shop in Zadash.
We'll make sure to pay a visit. Puma, you said?
Geez, I went to type and it was like super delayed.
Okay.
Okay. Well, you have 4 of them. Will you let us use them for the? Are they a one-time use, or will they like recharge themselves?
Oh no, that's good. Once a day air. Lasts about an hour.
Will you let us use them?
Oh, I don't suppose why not. I'm not doing the voice justice, but I don't know if you guys have ever seen Brother Bear. I don't know why I sent it to House Rules. But I imagine him sounding like Rut or Toot from Brother Bear.
The elk?
Yeah.
That movie's peak.
Yes, it is. But that's what I imagine he sounds like, and I'm just not doing it very well.
Nice. You're doing good.
You got to get your Minnesota.
I know, or Wisconsin or Canadian, and I don't have that.
Canadian,
Okay.
most likely.
I will take. I will hold up my hands to take the first bubble and start passing it off to Thorag, Khan, and Lilith. Take the last one myself.
There's only 3. There's 5 of us.
There's
Well,
only
yeah.
3 bubbles.
He has one on his head.
Yeah, you could
He
take.
has 3,
Is it-
and there's 5 of us.
Is
He
it not
has
usable?
4. That way we have enough for everyone. If Ray comes, I'm assuming Cat doesn't want to get wet anyway. But maybe that's racist.
Racist.
As the speciesist.
I'm gonna extinguish the cigarette that I just lit and stand up and crick my knees as I've just sat down thinking I was gonna get like an hour to myself where I could read my book or something. I'm like, oh, he's found another bubble. Great, I can come with you. Now, off his weird little drug bubble, and then we all go in the lake.
Okay.
Yeah, it's basically like I don't know. It's like just an air bubble you put right over top of your head, and it gives you the ability to breathe.
Oh, we don't just. I thought it was like a balloon where like we breathe in the
No,
bubble,
it's-
it disappears, and we have like a
Oh, no.
super breath in us, or
Like
something.
Harry Potter or something. No, this is more like it's like a translucent bubble-like sphere that goes over the top of your head.
Yeah, like an old
Oh.
diving helmet.
Well, Thorg is at least
Or a
going off to
fishbowl.
grab some stones. There's no way we're gonna get to the bottom otherwise.
Wait, you don't sink?
You can't
No,
swim?
you don't sink. You need weight belts when you dive.
Oh, well, we could just swim down there, right? Does it only give us breath, or does it give us any kind of swim speed or
Just gives
water
you
abilities?
It gives you 1 hour of breathable air.
10 minutes of which you've wasted arguing about.
All right, okay.
That is a good idea.
To get rocks? Okay, let's get some rocks.
I'll get a... What's my carrying capacity?
Well, you'll sink anyway in that armor. Maizie.
30 times
Think you're
8.
fine.
Yeah.
I'll get a 200-pound rock.
Why are you getting yourself a 200-pound rock?
I was wondering the same thing,
And
but
how
I was
are
just
you
gonna
lifting
say
it?
right.
How's he measuring it? He goes up like 3 giant rocks. He's like, little bit too much.
He wants to
Little
get a
bit too
walking
little.
speed, that's why. He wants to get a walking speed on the bottom. That's
You guys eventually find enough weights to get yourselves down to what you would assume would get you down to the bottom if you wanted to.
Okay.
Is that what you guys are doing?
Yes,
Mhm.
please.
So you guys just walking right in from the dockside?
Yeah, I like to imagine we'd walk to the end of our pier, each holding like a couple of big rocks, and then we'd jump off the edge.
Yeah, I have only one question. Can we even communicate? Or is it like yelling inside a glass bottle underwater? It's just gonna be yelling into a bowl.
Well, what are the rules for that in actual? Because
There are no rules.
there are rules for being underwater.
Yeah, but it's just like you have disadvantage on attacking. That's basically
And
the end
cast,
of it.
but there's something else with casting spells because it has to do with being able to speak.
But if we have breath,
Yeah, we
then
have breath,
I
yeah.
think then I don't think the spells would be
Yeah, then I think you guys would be fine. Literally, this is what all the item says. All it says is that you get the benefits of being able to breathe. For now.
I think we can talk to ourselves, but I don't think anyone else would be able to hear us.
Mm.
We'll have to do
We
all hand
can
signals.
sign. Yeah, I was gonna say we can communicate the signs.
All right. Yeah, I would say with the bubbles around your head, I mean, it might just, it might just sound a little distorted because it's not obviously the sound waves aren't echoing out as far as they would otherwise.
Mm-hmm.
This
All
is
right.
fascinating.
So you guys go off to the edge of the cliff and jump down. And as you slosh into the water and look over, you watch as Thorax kind of going down a bit quicker, just being a little heavier, and Maisie's floating down, wearing her armor. And eventually you guys manage to land at the bottom of the lake. As you look out, and it's there. Right in the center of the lake, you notice this. It's not as big as a normal sea vessel might be. You can definitely tell that this was designed to be more commercially used or for recreation, as the size of it looks to be, I don't want to use another. There's a, I don't know. It doesn't look too big though. Like it's not like a, massive ship. It definitely looks more contained.
It is
But it looks
like
pretty intact.
they wanted it to look like one of those big pirate ships, but in this small lake, they could only fit this.
Exactly.
Nice.
Looking at it from where we are, like 20 to 30 feet away, is there any visible sign as to how or why it sunk, like a giant hole in the side?
Not from where you guys currently are. I mean, just looking at it from here, it looks basically like that. You can see though that it's rose up the ground a bit, so it's definitely like kind of been dug in there. But from right here, you don't see any visible damage that might have caused it to sink.
I sneezed so hard I knocked my headset out of my head. Oh Jesus.
Well, I wonder why it did sink.
Going around it, just the same. No evident holes.
As you try to go around it, you notice that on one side of it, there's kind of like this weird area where the water's going past, and you notice that looking at this one area where these bubbles and the water's kind of dripping past, that you see past it that it enters into what looks like a cave.
In the ship.
No, like here's a ship, basically right up against the wall. It looks like there's just enough of an air bubble that this cave has been hidden behind the whole of the ship.
Ah.
And upon getting on that backside, you notice now that there's a large crack on the other side of this ship. And you get the sense that that is most likely what sunk it.
I'll sign with my hand, waving to come over, and then point to the crack in the ship and then the cavern.
Do I see Billy down here at all?
I would say that before you guys got into the water, you noticed him walking in. And at the moment, you don't really see him. But I would say that if you went over by where Khan is, you could see him standing over in front of the cave.
Okay.
Not really swimming. It's like he is still, holding firm. It's like the water doesn't necessarily affect him.
Right. Okay. I seeing Khan attempt to communicate to us in hand signals, I will reply in sign language and also trying to speak to say that I think we need to go into that cave. And I'm also fluent in sign language. So I say this flawlessly with my hands.
I see you pointing at this cave, and then I drop my sinking stones to start hand replying, and I start floating back to the surface. I'm like, fuck, I swim down and pick up my stones again. And then I just walk into the entrance area next to where the cave begins.
Yeah, I'll try to wave at Thoreg and, get everybody to start moving towards that direction.
Okay. As you guys squeeze between this little gap of where the ship's kind of, it's underwater, but you can definitely tell that it's resting up and knocking against this wall ever so often. And as you slide between the gap, you notice that this tunnel opens up briefly into a bit of a natural air pocket as you no longer feel the water around you. It's like the cave has been protected by both the ship and the lake on the outside. But as you enter in, you notice that there's some strange fog kind of swirling up around your feet, but it looks like it delves off further in. And as you head a bit further on, the tunnel extends up, and it seems to fork off a right and left way.
I'm looking first for Billy
Okay.
to see if he's indicating I should go one direction or another.
He just starts walking to the right.
Okay.
What
I'm gonna
do you do, smart boo?
There is
motion
air
everybody-
inside this cave, but just take off the bubble.
No, I think we're still underwater, right?
No, you guys had just entered. Okay, so it's like the lake and the ship are underwater. This cave is on the outside, so it's like you guys can enter into this pocket of air. So
Okay,
after
I
coming on it, like looking on the outside, it basically kind of looks almost like a waterfall now.
Okay, I
Okay.
misunderstood. Apologies. Okay.
Okay, I get it now.
Alright, I'll take the air bubble off, put it in my bag for later, and I'll put my rocks down here at the entrance in case we need them on the way out as well.
Same.
Okay.
Okay.
As you. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I'll say I think that we should be quiet, and I feel like we need to go investigate to the right.
Is there any tracks on the ground or any anything that is out of the ordinary?
I mean, roll me an investigation check. You don't necessarily know what's out of the ordinary because you've never been down here before.
I'm starting to feel a little suspicious about how Maisie's acting, and I'm gonna ask, have you been here before? Where are you taking us?
No, I've never been here before. I just feel like there's something important.
All right. Thorag, as you're kind of looking at the ground, you noticed the faintest outlines of what are footprints, but they're not normal human footprints. They're almost like flippers. And are you guys heading up that right tunnel? Sorry. Go ahead, Thorag.
Well, I was just gonna say, Maisie, curiosity gets the best of us. I really love mysteries, and this is certainly one. Strange cave in a lake, in a town that was attacked by a snake god. Really interesting. I see some strange. There are some strange footsteps on the ground. Maybe there's something in here.
I think we should try to go silently as well, like as quietly as possible. Especially if, as Thorax said, there may be something living here.
I'll take a look at the footsteps. What kind of feet are they? 4, 6, 8? Flippery? Hooven?
They look like frog feet, I think.
Ah, giant frog stuck its tongue to the boat, ripped a plank out the bottom, and it sank, maybe?
Oh, possibly, yeah.
Well, we better investigate. Could just be sea creatures that live down here. It's not connected to the ship at all.
It could be. But I would feel much better if we go and take a look. So I am going to attempt to move stealthily in my wet, heavy armor. Well, technically I'm wearing medium armor, but... I think. Oh no, chainmail is heavy armor. Oh, my mistake. So yes, in my heavy chain armor. Stealth. Oh, shit. That was dumb.
Oh, Christ.
Wrong place.
Only silent member of this group. Holy shit.
I forgot the rocks in my pocket.
Every step a rock falls out, you're like, whoops, that's my rock. Pick it back up.
All right, as you guys are walking through, you don't notice anything for the time being. But as this tunnel you head off to in the right narrows, it widens into a chamber that's almost half submerged as the water begins to rise a bit as stalactites droop from the ceiling. What's up, Aaron?
Hey, sorry guys, it wasn't you, it was me. Flippers, is it?
And as you guys head a bit further into this room, across the far wall, barely illuminated by the lanterns, you notice ancient carvings swirling on the walls in twisting spirals, crude representations of great sea beasts, eyes etched into crude circles.
I'll look at this very carefully and try to notice any resemblance to this and the one I saw that one time at the lake.
Okay, roll me a religion check.
I would also like to compare it to my sailing knowledge and the things that I have experienced in my past.
Oh!
Okay. Nice. So with that roll, Con, you get the sense that this is definitely some sort of deity of sorts, but perhaps not the one that was lurking below in the lake that you had seen before. A different eye. Maizie, with your sailing knowledge, I won't make you roll, but you do recognize some of these symbols, and The main one that stands out is the symbol of a strange god that you've heard the name of. One that's known as the Leviathan Lord. Ukatoa. For certain checks.
Maizie, like, comes to a halt, and, like, this look of just fear and dread and panic, like, kind of wash over her face all at once. And she, like, you know that when you get that cold shiver that runs down your back? Like, she has a physical reaction like that as she's looking at those symbols. And just kind of says really quietly, kind of under her breath, that's the symbol of Ukatoa.
What's an Ukatoa?
Let's go with you.
So you know that he is a incredibly massive sea serpent. He's known for his twisting length and the way that his body kind of coils over one another. His skin scale, his amber eyes. That's how he's typically depicted.
Oh. I don't think that fits in this lake.
No, he would not fit in this lake, but any number of his followers could have set up shop here. Or made a home for themselves.
As you guys make your way a bit further into this tunnel, coming up behind you, you hear this sloshing kind of wet footprints, and looking behind you, you notice a very wet-looking cat as his fur is kind of all flattened down and softened, and he's kind of dripping wet as Ray has just appeared behind you.
Hey, guys, why are we here? Okay, why are we in the freaking water? Hey, you know how long it
it's you.
takes me to dry off?
I thought you were afraid of water.
Calm
Damn!
down. Don't
Afraid of being
shout.
alone? Why? We're in the water!
There could be cultists here.
Okay, so Ray, currently the group went to find Fendril Duskwater to learn a bit more about the lake as well as the ship that's inside. Maizie was kind of adamant on discovering a bit more about her friend. So after getting some breathing bubbles and setting off into the lake, you guys found a cave system that was hidden behind the ship. After venturing inside, you guys have come across now a couple tunnels. The group has just tried to stealthily come across the second tunnel where it didn't go as well, as Thorag was having fun just tossing rocks, as the rest of the group seemed to be enjoying it, as they were also tossing rocks with him. But that is about where we are right now.
I'm gonna say
As the
one
group's
thing,
just
guys.
caused some strange sigils and carvings on the wall.
Guys, all of you. Why can't we have our friends stuck or like missing at a library, you know, or missing at a church, you know, or missing in a grass full of flowers? Why is it always cultists? Get better friends.
I don't know, but I'm starting to question now if this is not a coincidence.
Yeah, I thought we would have thought about that. We're in the bottom of a freaking ship. Throwing rocks.
Yep.
I have
Well,
one
I would-
friend, guys. He works at a church. So when I go see her, it's a happy occasion. Nothing bad happens. We just study and read. Why can't you have friends like that?
Well, I'm sorry, but my friend is dead, and I did not expect Ukatoa, the entity behind his death, to also be apparent in his hometown.
I don't have a response to that. So you know what? Why don't we just go save your friend as quickly as we can?
My friend is dead.
Well, like, I mean, why don't we go find out over here for as quickly as we can?
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, we got spells to bring people back from the dead. We just gotta save up for it.
He died years and years ago.
We got expensive spells to bring people back from the dead if you find an itty bitty piece of him.
Oh, there might be an itty bitty piece of him somewhere at the bottom of the ocean.
Well, we're halfway there.
Or I guess the rest of the group's kind of debating a bit on what to do further. You can hear down further off into this right tunnel some what sounds like this strange guttural, almost sounds like nonsense for a moment. But then with that roll, you realize that this is perhaps something speaking. And it sounds like two different inflections of this guttural kind of speak.
Right, guys, right. You hear those voices. As I turn to the group.
And it sounds like it's pretty far up.
Sounds like gargling. You got something stuck in their, well, perhaps drinking bottle at the same time.
He's stuck drinking water?
Well,
He could
that's
be
not-
drowning.
I
Well,
think it's more likely to be the frog monsters that we've seen the footsteps of.
you should.
I wish I was a
more.
bard so I could make the joke I want to make, but why don't we be stealthy as we find out what they're doing?
Oh, we were stealthy, and then you ran up to us screaming.
They were not stealthy. Don't feel too bad, Ray.
Hey, as far as we know, we were.
That's true. That's what I said. Nothing had happened yet. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't ruin your surprise. I'm pretty stealthy.
All right.
Well, as soon as Thorag says that there might be living creatures ahead, I am going to draw my sword.
Okay.
And, like, kind of... like, I'm going to turn my back on the group, like, facing towards where he's pointing pointing that the sounds are coming from, and, like, just to stand kind of defensively in front of everybody.
Sounds good. So you guys proceeding onward?
Yes.
Why not?
All right. Just get stopped for a moment before proceeding. As you venture further up this cavern, part of the walls begin to not cave in, but they squeeze in upon themselves. You have to breathe in and suck your gut in as you fork your way through one little path before you eventually come across and you see up above where a cavern kind of opens up, those of you with dark vision, and you can see just barely walking up ahead the top part of a head, as it looks like you guys are currently on a kind of incline looking up into this large cavernous area. And I will say those of you, let's just say you guys see this kind of patrolling about.
Boy.
Damn.
Strange shark-like creature.
Oh, he is a little bit froggy.
Yeah, you notice
Outside,
it. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll sign to the ones without dark vision to lay low. If they can even see me.
Oh, wait, yeah.
As yeah, it's now gotten pretty dark.
Did we have, like, some kind of natural light up until this point?
Sure.
Okay.
Now I would say the natural light basically from the lake and the sun is now kind of all but worn off as the caverns have kind of twisted off. Ever since that forked area kind of happened where the tunnel conversed on itself and started to squeeze, that's about where you lost light.
Okay. Okay.
Do I see the weapon it has?
Yeah, you do. And I would say as you look up to notice this creature, Maizie, you watch as Billy just walks into this room. He looks it looks comfortable for him, like he's done it many times. Like this is not the first time he's done it, as he just effortlessly walks up the hill and you no longer see him. Con, you notice that some of these creatures, couple that you've seen, are wielding these large kind of primitive, naturally carved looking tridents.
I don't think this is a cult, but more like these creatures are just living here.
And as you look up, we'll have everyone that's kind of gazing up. Go ahead and roll me another perception. I'll just do this.
Ugh.
Okay.
Ooh. Ah, nice.
All right. I think technically Maisie and Thorag would be with disadvantage because you guys can't see, but I'll keep it for the time being. As you guys notice, looking up and around this room, you notice some strange carvings into the wall, much like the symbols you had seen in the last room. They're kind of all over. It's various drawings all over this entire area. And you notice now, as you guys kind of get up a bit further and are looking into this room, at the way back of this room, what looks like a little chair. And it's got a lantern on it, as well as a little flag and a toy boat.
Is the lantern lit?
Not currently.
Hmm.
Because of my background, I live in a coastal area. But I have any idea of what these things are.
Roll me an investigate, or what are you using to see if you know them? Just your background?
History check, honestly.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, you know that this creature, the way that Khan has described it to you, and the looking up at it, that this is a Sahuagin. They are fiendish water creatures. They are known for their viciousness and their unwillingness to back down. They are known to serve higher deities, but the colloquial term for them is generally they're known as sea devils.
I also did not taste as good as they look.
They look horrible. If they taste like they look, it must be pretty awful.
What the heck is that?
As Maisie, you watch Billy walk up to this lantern, and it's almost as if he goes inside of it as it begins to light.
Okay. I don't think I'd be able to stop myself from just saying, like, kind of out loud. I'm not shouting. I'm not trying to bring attention to us. But I would just say, Billy, what are you doing?
And as you
What?
say that, these creatures just turn, and they all kind of turn, and you hear this noise of them turning their weapons to you. And we will.
Okay. Real quick,
You guys do
DM,
now?
question.
Yes.
I know that we had like the downtime while we were like hitting
Oh yeah,
the
yeah.
floor, right?
What did you do?
Oh no, that's what I asked. Can I have bought a scimitar because I did gain mastery with that weapon?
I will tell you what I told Grass. You guys went to the blacksmith in town. He was pretty picked over on wares. So for the time being, it seems like basically everything that he did have was probably sold off to the cult. So
Well, screw that guy.
If it was a larger
Maisie.
town, most likely you'd be able to find something. But just given the size of Alfield and the turmoil they're currently going through, there's not much in the place of wares.
And I'll shout to Maisie, Maisie, what are you doing?
Took the 4th level, right, Aaron?
Yeah. I already had the level 4.
Nice.
As you notice another one of these creatures standing off.
DM, I picked
Alright.
Mage Slayer as my feat.
Okay.
Nice.
I picked Sentinel as mine.
Eldritch Knight Mage Layer. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I only need a +1 to strength, and I don't have the options I used to have, so thematically
Alright.
okay. So
Mhm.
And I will say that some of you kind of notice in this corner, one of these creatures looks much larger.
Oh, he's got 4 arms.
Ooh. And you did say, just to clarify, that as my ghost friend Billy entered that lantern, it did light up, correct?
That is why you can see currently.
Okay. All right.
A little
I
bit.
just wanted to clarify that I had heard you correctly.
No worries. All right.
Oops, let me just add myself in here.
And now with the group all level 4, we
Oh
will
boy.
start some combat.
Oh boy.
As Khan, you get the drop on him after getting the view on these creatures. Oh, Arby?
Yes. I don't see her in the combat tracker anyway.
Wait,
Oh, no, she
I'm
is.
here, just working on it. Chill out.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, no, it's
Item
okay.
pile
I clicked it like once 2 minutes ago, once a minute ago, and then once just now. But I
Okay.
don't know if it just doesn't like me.
I'm sorry.
Where's the item pile get initiative?
It's too hot.
Let me remove it.
That bow rolled that, not me. I can feel that in my bones.
I
It does
did
say
roll it,
Dungeon
but,
Master. Yep,
it
you
did
absolutely
roll
did.
pretty well, so we'll keep it. Well, actually, Rod, the 3 of you decide who goes first.
No, because he has 21.13, so he
Yeah,
goes
but-
first.
That is a homebrew rule to do the decks, technically. Doesn't matter. Khan, what are you doing?
At the start of the turn, I'm using Elemental Attunement to give my arms this acid I'm out of words. Coating to strike with acid damage. And I'll get this one first. Wow. 2 2s?
That's not great.
This guy doesn't even seem to notice, though. He seems pretty dissociated from the situation.
Another.
What is the advantage from? You should be detected. Oh, because it thinks you're hidden.
Oh, yeah,
I'll remove
I have
hidden on
the-
me as well.
Yeah.
Then that would have missed. Oh no, 13 would have hit. All right, cool.
And I want to use my feet that allows me to also grapple when I hit a target. So I
Alright.
think they make a...
Does he have to make save?
I'm not sure. It follows the grapple rules. So if it doesn't,
Well, then
it
no.
just
Yeah,
doesn't.
I'm pretty sure it's like the what should I call it? Tavern brawler feat, where you can do both.
Okay. And I'll move it with me up to here. And that'll be me for this turn. And I'm gonna feed the dogs real quick. I'll be right back.
Thorag will go into a focused rage. And, Khan dragged a creature into the dark. I can't see it, so I'm running off to straight in to find something. And strike into this creature twice.
Nice crit.
Ooh. I wasn't paying attention to the screen. And that will be the end of my turn.
That is enough to kill that thing, and it just erupts into this blackish, kind of purplish blood onto you.
All right. I will go 10 foot just to get a better look at the cave. And yeah, now I can see somebody. I'll go another 10 foot. I'll go another 10 foot. And then I see this guy. whether he's
That guy
leaning
would
or-
get an op attack on you.
Sure. Oh shit!
Okay.
It was covered by the hand. I didn't see there was an enemy. That yeah, go for it. It's fine.
I mean, he'd be, I think I said...
Yeah, it's a disadvantage.
Why?
Yeah, I could have.
Grapple's just 0 to speed. So
No, the condition grappled. You have to go into the condition.
Yeah,
of
the
being
condition grappled does 0 speed. The condition ends if you're incapacitated. It has nothing to do with disadvantage. Unless it's the grappler feat that would do that, but I'm pretty sure it just gives con advantage. But grappler, actual grappled has nothing to do with disadvantage.
Yeah, it just means you can't move.
All right, as you get swung on from this thing, able to find you.
Yep. So I'll throw a throwing knife at this guy who's huge hit. Do 6 damage to him. And he makes a save, and then I think they becomes poisoned because he failed to save.
Yeah, I've already automated that, but yeah.
Nice. And that'll do for me.
All right. On this one's turn, he's going to charge up to you to repay the favor. How long does that poison last, did I say on there?
Longer than 0, so he'll be poisoned for this, surely.
Until the end of their turn. So it's the end of their turn. All right. The poison helps as he strikes in and will just miss. But he comes back with a second strike. And that keeps him from missing, or that keeps him from hitting you. As that will be his turn as he just stands there in front of you. All right, Ray, that brings us now to you.
Yeah, I have.
Oh, actually, that would have been straight rolls. Doesn't matter anyway, but he, yeah. You see he's kind of in this frenzy at the moment.
I'm gonna fist the Sahuagin. If my rolls are on my side today. And they aren't. Oh, we're back to our
No, it still hit.
Oh my gosh, it did. Sweet. It's a miracle. Or just, yeah, I guess we did too much. Yeah. I hit something. It's a better day. That's it.
All right, this one's turn. He looks down at you, Thorag, and with this guttural speaking that you had heard yesterday or earlier, he charges down to you. With this trident drawn, he's going to try to strike at you. First attack misses as he comes back with a second one.
Ooh.
Gentleman's 20. As he looks at you and he kind of just grabs some of this blood off the end of his trident and licks it as he just turns to face you.
Ew.
This one here, kind of looking up at everything, kind of like a dog when it turns its head, looks very curious. But it is going to charge up a bit. Ooh. What am I doing? Oh, that's what I'm doing. All right. See him begin to cast a spell.
One day I'll be able to counter that, but not today.
Oh, did I? Okay. And then he is going to charge up to Thorag here and bite you. All right. Ooh. As that'll miss, unfortunately. Just barely. Actually, that should be advantage because you're missing your hit points. So I'm going to roll again. And that'll hit as this fury that is inside of him kind of feels him as he finds some of your blood and takes another bite out of you. Maizie, now that brings us to you.
Okay, I can feel that there is activity happening next to me, but it's in the darkness and I can't see it. But I have seen Thorag take a few hits. So I'm going to start running into the light. 10. I actually don't see Lilith, so I am going to move past her. That's 25 feet, and I will attack this one next to you. Thorag. Sorry, new computer, things are in different places. I will attack with my longsword. He disappeared from my screen.
Yeah, I don't know why that's happening, to be honest with you. I really
Yeah.
don't. It doesn't happen for me at all week while I'm testing. But the second that you guys are in here, people start going invisible. You guys
It's
just
very-
hit too hard. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, and that will be it for me. I'll just
All right.
stand there with my shield.
Okay. You guys watch as charging up around this corner here, you see one of these creatures, but this one looks a bit larger.
Ooh.
And you see him just kind of pointing out, directing things, speaking in this language you don't understand.
Definitely don't like that.
As before that one goes, coming around or out of this tunnel here, you guys see.
Oh no, he's drunk.
He's stumbling, bumbling, coming through that tunnel, kind of barely hold. He has his weapon facing the wrong direction at first, but then flips it around quickly. All right, this one here is kind of grappled, but gonna hit the one that's got him grappled because he doesn't feel too happy. As he's gonna try to pull out this claw and just strike right into your side there, Khan.
Right as I'm back.
Ooh, and he finds the spot in your side.
Yowich. I'll deflect attacks and take no damage.
Nice. And as soon as you're feeling good about that, kind of wiping off your fingers, he comes back with a second.
Yowich.
Ooh, 19. This one doesn't hurt as much. But you still got him grappled there, as it is now your turn. Oh, that should have been advantage, but I keep forgetting that, so it doesn't matter. All right, Con.
I'll attack the one as I'm grabbing him. I'm probably grabbing him by the arm, and then with my other hand I'm gonna use it to punch at his ribs.
All right, and he's still barely up,
Oh, minimum damage.
but that should be enough to take him out. As this, you hit him in the face, and this black blood kind of just spurts all over Ray's wet mane now. I will say at first, though, you notice that acid didn't do as much.
Damn. I'll approach these ones then, and seeing that their skin is resilient to resisting this kind of acid, I'm gonna go for a flurry of blows on the one next to Thorag. Down.
You used your bonus action to do the second attack on the guy down there, right?
You're completely right. Never mind that then.
Are you still moving up there?
I would have moved behind Maizie.
Okay.
And that is it.
All right, Thorag, after taking a couple hits from these creatures, you find them beginning to surround you, and you notice a larger one coming from outside of the caravan here, or the cavern here. What would you like to do?
Well, Thorg will weigh his options of which targeting goes for the ones that looks a little bit more, well, looks injured. As he takes up his short sword and strikes into it. And with a dagger, you stab him for good measure.
For good measure.
And
All right.
I will attempt to shove this guy from.
And they stay on their feet.
That's my end of my turn.
All right, Lilith, you got this one in front of you, engaged in a fight, but you took a good chunk out of it last time. What would you like to do?
Yeah, I think we're gonna put away the throwing knives, draw out the double blades, and we're gonna turn into a bit of a whirlwind, and we're gonna try and hit him the once. Oh!
Oh,
And then we'll try this because I've never done one before, but I'll do a slashing flourish on that, whatever that means. Nothing came up. I think it might be extra damage, I'm not sure.
Looks like an extra
Then
damage, yeah.
extra
Yeah,
damage.
your bardic-
Oh, so it hits someone else as well.
damage.
Yeah, okay. So that's good for like hitting two guys together, but we'll use it now anyway. Oh, the full 6.
It already added it to it because it's automated, so it did 9. You
Oh,
rolled a
sweet.
6 the first time as well. No, you didn't. You rolled a 4.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
okay, I
it-
see.
When it asks you if you want to use it, that's what it's doing.
Okay. And then we'll go for the offhand attack. Give it a slice. Nice. And then we go for the super spell. Oh shit, it's dead.
And now for my ultimate. Oh, that's it.
And now for my ultimate moves, I beat my wings, I jump in the air, I give it the third attack that I get from my feet, I hit it, it's already dead. I'm like, oh shit, I pull the sword out, and I hope that no one saw, but Ray is like 5 feet away.
Yeah. I think he's dead. So. God damn it! I don't want to fight the big guy. Hey, Bill, you got the big guy. I'm gonna let you handle that. God damn it! Why can't you just land on the freaking one? I beat at the big guy and I missed.
And he directs his attention right at you.
I'm gonna yell, he did it! And that's my turn.
All right, this drunk one here is going to kind of stumble down. Not going to stand on the remains of his friend because that'd be a little fucked. But he is going to come at Thorag here, who looks to be a bit weaker of the 3 that are around, standing, and will strike first with its claw attack. And I talked to those guys, so that should be correct now.
okay. Yeah, I was just trying to. I was looking it up again to make sure that it was because there's so many different interpretations.
No, the reason they didn't have it set up correctly.
Okay.
Thank you, Neo.
Mhm.
Yeah, this creature goes down to strike into Thorag, but as it goes to connect, its fingers just hit against Maisie's shield and they kind of crack against it as it seems to protect Thorag for the time being. On this guy's turn here, what does he do? Alright, he is going to strike out at Thorag and attempt to bite into you.
So yes. Okay. Yeah. I was just gonna say, and that should also be at disadvantage.
Yep.
So that's great.
Which doesn't make
Worked.
sense to me though, because it's a different thing attacking him. But all right, Maisie. Now that brings us to you.
Okay. I can move through my ally space,
Yes.
correct? Okay, I am going to move to the other side of Thorag. And this one here looks, just looking at the way that they're adorned and the weapons that they're holding, like that guy looks a little bit crazier to me than the guy with just this is just a farmer with a trident. He was pulled in from the fields. He doesn't really want to be here, but this guy, he's a fighter. He's here for a reason. So I am going to attack him with my longsword. Gosh darn it, these damage rolls are so bad. Okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna stand there with my shield up, and just like nod at Thorag, I got your back. And that's it for me.
Sorry, I was fixing something.
Oh, no worries.
Oh, you were like 5 seconds away from me checking the ruder.
No, I was like, okay, what is the fucking, the common denominator? Why is Maisie the only one turning things invisible? And it's because your weapon has some automation on it for some reason.
Oh,
I
is
don't
that
know
the
what it could be
sap?
doing. No, not the sap. It's something else.
Oh.
Did you turn down the music,
So
though?
You can adjust the volume at
No,
any time.
it disappeared.
It just stopped. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't done anything with volume or anything. I don't know.
The track
fine.
just has 82 seconds of silence at the end of the track.
Well,
Oh.
I'm halfway through it, so it should be playing. I don't know.
Well, it's halfway for you, but it's all the way for us because you've gone all the way back around.
All right, this thing comes up first with a trident. It'll try to strike into Maisie. As this one will miss, it comes down with a second trident attack.
Oof.
Oh. I was gonna say, wait, did something happen? I haven't seen anything come up.
Spoiler alert, you're
No,
dead.
it's just it's slow.
Shit,
Ooh.
I'm dead.
And then it comes back in with. Are you? Oh yeah, it comes back in with a third attack.
No,
No.
I don't like that, Bo.
I'm sorry. Well, okay, that first one
I
should have
think
been with
really
advantage, so
nice.
I'm gonna roll it again.
I'll teach you for listening to Billy the Kid.
And we'll
No.
see.
No,
The first
again.
one should have been at advantage as well.
Yeah, because everyone's hurt right now.
No, he didn't.
Oh,
I
you're right.
wasn't
You
hurt.
got hurt from that.
Yes. Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute here.
Hold on.
Don't you hurt me more
wait a
than
minute.
is necessary.
Well, he manages to hit you twice as he comes in and strikes
Yes.
at you.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us now to Khan.
Get him, Card.
I will run
You can do it.
to the one that is flanking Maisie and attack it with my bare fist because my acid is not doing much. Damn it. And this time I'll make sure to I'll use Flurry of Blows. I don't know why I rolled with advantage, my bad. Still rolling the left.
It's probably because of. Oh, no, the sap.
E-press. When you guys click it, does it tell you? Like, does it break down why some has disadvantage, or is that only a me thing?
No, I think it's just a you thing.
No,
Oh,
I can
no,
see
yeah, it says
advanced
key
key press.
press.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
so it'll
can't see
tell
that
you
now.
when you click on that, it'll tell you why something has advantage or disadvantage.
And now that it is grappled, I am going to, with my last blow, hit it with justified advantage this time. And that'll be me.
I'll keep. I'll go for the.
Yeah?
I'll go for the one that Khan is holding on to.
I'll be.
Then I turn around for the whatever this priest-looking one is and try to.
I understand he went invisible, but he is still there. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Oh.
I
Never mind,
see.
he's dead. He's dead.
Okay. Okay.
Is that?
It was just being slow for me.
I no longer see Johan.
That's.
He's off shame
Yeah.
from rolling an ad one.
No,
I was
it-
expecting a sneak attack, Maizie.
No, it was a vex, so it should have been advantage. I don't. Yeah.
No, the Vex was on the other
No,
person. though.
Vex is what applies when I strike with my main weapon. Or the
Yeah, but
weapon.
doesn't it apply? It applies to the enemy that died.
That's probably why. Yep, I'll just punch in the
You're
face.
killing him too quickly, Johan.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Oh, get a second chance to be a whirlwind. I'm gonna look back to Ray, who hit some guy and was like, "It wasn't me," and then pointed at me. I shake my head at him with mild disappointment. I'm gonna run over to here so that we have the guy. I don't think we use any flanking rules, but so that I'm thematically flanking him. And then we'll try the old multi-slice. Oh, that wasn't very good. And then we'll go for a second try.
Ooh.
Oh! Now it's going to ask me if I want to use a thing. Yeah, no, I'm with you, but I hate the flanking rules.
On my screen, that hasn't even sent yet. My shit's being so slow. It's still sitting in the oh, yeah, great. And then it asked me if I wanted to do a save right as I reloaded. So when I get back in, I have a save to do.
Do you want me to wait for you to get back in and do your save, or should I, like, press on?
He passed.
Oh, huge. Are you seeing your damage for my slice? Because I'm not, so I can do this. Then it would be 7. Oh, it decided now. It decided 5. No! And then we get the super special dual wielder slice that I get from my feet. I give that a try. Oh shit, it hit me back,
Oh no!
I think.
Yeah. I need everyone around him to. I need you to make a dex save or a con save, and I need Maizie to make a con save.
Oof.
All right. So Lilith, you do get hit back with some acid, as you will take 11 acid damage.
Holy shit, is that 21 in total?
No, just 11 total. Sorry. Oh yeah, just
Okay.
take that first. I'm sorry, just take that 10.
Yeah, because I was like, if he hits me for
Sorry, I didn't
29 back
no,
when I hit him
you're
for
right.
7, I'm like, oh shit, I'm never hitting this guy. I'm getting out of
Yeah.
here. Oh my god.
This is the real boss.
And
Yes,
you can't
you
benefit
shouldn't have
from
came
the
down here.
invisible condition, and your speed is then decreased by 10 feet.
Right,
So you're
that'll
back
do
in
for
normal.
me.
All right, Ray, that brings us to you.
All right, I don't want to get close to that guy. So.
Oh, wow. This is kind of a wild card. It says that also within 120 feet of you until your next long rest, all fiends know your location.
Wow.
Shit.
He passed or
That's
failed
kind of
save.
wild. He passed.
God damn it!
That's an
I
insane
can't
ability.
shoot guys. That would have been good damage. Oh, teamwork, guys! I believe in you.
As he runs away.
All right,
Tactical
Con.
positioning.
You watch this creature kind of bellow out and spew this disgusting acid that you have just learned to conquer. I don't know where Thora. Thora, can you see your token?
No.
He's in here.
Okay, you are here. Your opacity's gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I will punch this small one because I believe in the less we fight, the better we do. So eliminate them one by one.
Man, he has been maintaining that bless.
Yeah, he has.
I will grapple him and carry him with me here.
Okay, you will get an op attack from the other one.
This is my first strike, isn't it?
Yeah, but why would you not? Are you saying you're going to use your bonus action to disengage?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Can he be here?
Yeah.
Please. And that is my end.
Okay, on its turn, it is looking at you, Khan, because it is not happy with being pulled every which way, as it is going to. What's up?
You skipped me.
Did I? You're
No.
the first person in combat.
No. Comics.
Oh yeah, then why did Khan go?
I don't know.
Wait, yeah, no, it's Khan and then this Sahuagin.
Yeah? Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Did we?
It's
I don't think
because,
we've come back
because you
around to you
refreshed, right? Did it fuck up?
Yeah, I refreshed.
did it
But
fuck over
Lilith, it was Lilith's turn that I refreshed in.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you had your turn, Johan, and then I went after you, and then I think Ray is the one that's moved.
Yeah, we just haven't gone yet around. I'm sorry. Oh, you guys, you would not last, Johan, if you think that is taking a while, because we're still got an hour left in round 3 in that other game I'm in. Those motherfuckers are slow, dog. Okay, anyway, this one, like I was saying, is going to turn to strike at Khan and try to bite at you. Let me roll again, because that should be with advantage. Well, it should be straight roll then. Okay. The sap's gone. Does he have disadvantage against you, or is it only advantage?
Only advantage.
I think the sap stays because it hasn't been my turn yet.
Yeah, but the sap's only for the first attack. I
Oh,
thought.
you are correct. Yes. I
Okay.
forgot that Khan attacked him.
All right. As he does take a chunk out of you, Com, and it's just kind of angrily there. It's like your dog when you're trying to get something out of his mouth, but he doesn't want it.
Didn't prompt me for me to do this, but I would have liked to.
Do you have any key points left?
Key points is only to make
Oh,
them
yeah,
take
fair,
the damage
fair.
instead of me. Ooh! No damage.
Okay. All right, Maizie. After
Okay,
taking a big chunk from this guy below you.
Yeah, so we actually were wrong. The sap is if you hit a creature, that creature has disadvantage on its next attack before the start of my next turn. So it would have
and
had
he already
disadvantage.
he did
Oops.
on his first attack.
Whoops. Well, okay. That's what I was going to do anyway. I clicked the wrong button, but That was going to be my intent, so I did attempt to attack the little guy again. Bonus action. I am going to lay a hand on my chest, and I can never find where things are. I am going to heal myself for let me just target myself first before I hit go. There we go. Use the ability because I don't want to heal the Sahuagin. There we go.
Sahuagin.
And that is it for me. Still standing there with my shield, trying to be protective.
All right, this one's going to turn its back to the one that is now by itself. And go to strike at Lilith here. First attack with the trident.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh, you got to be over here, I think, because it's got to be within 5 feet.
No. My sentinel.
That's for if it approaches.
No, if it tries
2024.
to attack someone that isn't her, she gets an attack.
Yeah. Immediately after a creature takes disengage or hits a target other than you with an attack, you can make an opportunity attack against that creature. That's part of the guardian part of it.
And you didn't use a reaction to protect?
No, that was on my previous turn,
Okay.
and I just had my turn. So I will take an opportunity attack against the big guy.
I don't see that here.
It's
I
it's
just
a
posted
second
it.
line,
Part of
right?
target.
Part of
Within-
guardian.
Okay.
So apologies. Longsword. Oh, I don't have anybody, sorry, I didn't have him, targeted, but that would be 20 against the big guy. Although I realize as I do that he's probably going to splash blood again.
Why 20?
It was, the attack was 20,
Oh, okay.
and for 10 damage.
All right. And yep. Yeah. He will. So I need a con save. Damn, that's rough.
Con, save, boom.
From both, and from Lilith. I don't like that anymore. Let's get Lilith.
Oh!
Nice, both of you pass this time.
Woo! Hallelujah.
You take half. Nope.
No, it says damage 0.
All right. Cool. All right, that was only his first attack, right? Okay, so now he's got 2 more. And he's getting a little annoyed with Maizie here, so he's going to strike at you one time for the one time.
Okay. And because I hit him, the sap applies to him. So that would be normal
Hey, look.
attack.
Yeah. Okay, so that misses.
Okay. Yeah.
Does
well,
weapon
fuck.
property not only isn't weapon property like only once per?
No, dude, the masteries are insane. I mean, I get
Oh.
it, though. They close the gap between spellcasters, but some of them are, yeah. All right, Thorag, that brings us to you.
Okay. That applied damage.
Like,
Okay.
Sap, I don't think's too bad, but some of the other ones I really don't like.
I will strike into the one that Khan is holding on to, and I will
Lemao.
to stab it. Oof. And punch in the face in the turn.
Oh, that's me!
Okay, what that 2 damage on your unarmed strike, make sure that has damage attached to it, because that 2 damage has been doing nothing this entire game. But that is enough to kill that one. All right, Lilith, that brings us to you.
Hit him with the triple chop. I think he's definitely going to need all three of them because he is barely injured after all this. Oh, that's not very good. For the second chop. Oh, I'm going to go for a defensive flourish to make myself a little bit less hittable. So I think I give myself 1 extra AC. And then we go
Alright.
for the...
And he's gonna, since his turn, his reaction is back, he's gonna use the Fiendish Blood again.
Okay.
So I need, here, I'm gonna target you guys before I roll the ability. Maybe that'll work. It says I used it, but wasn't that in response to Maisie's attacking him?
But it was
But
during
it was
his
on
turn.
his turn. You're right.
Yeah. Oh,
Alright.
thank goodness, because I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, I don't have another blood left in me. I'll go for my final chop of the turn.
Oh, nat 1. Rough.
And then,
Some of the blood squirts into your eyes and you just whiff. Right, you kind of don't see everything going on, but you can tell your group's in a battle right now.
Yeah, it's so scary what's going on. I mean, maybe I should just stay here. Ah, 5, 10, 15, 20. Come on, guys, making me worried here. God damn, that could have been a better number. Spirit action surge.
Oh, no.
Why am I here, guys? Why am I here? I shouldn't have come out. I should have stayed back there. It was nice and safe. I don't have to deal with this.
I'm gonna change the icon. Maybe that'll fix it.
Roll higher than a goddamn 10.
I'll approach the big guy after seeing Ray fumble and say, "Lack of courage make your strikes waver." Watch me miss.
It's still
Holy
dead and
shit.
you've been here for a while. Don't try to make that the cause, because it's still alive.
I'll use my bonus action to try to redeem that. Let's go. And he'll be grappled. Don't know why it rolls damage when I try to grapple them.
Because you damage and grapple them, yeah?
Yeah, but the damage was the 9 that I rolled up.
Okay, then what is that thunder from?
No idea.
Okay.
But getting that, it'll be the end.
Okay. Oh, this,
Grapple doesn't have a size requirement, or is it one size larger? Wow, it just says when you hit a creature. Are you kidding me?
But even if
That-
it was, it is only one size larger because it's 2 by 2.
It's like a back roll. It's still only one size larger.
okay, looking over this creature, he looks like he's still pretty sturdy, right?
I don't know.
I feel like he's still got all of his limbs.
On first glance, it appears so.
Okay. So as a bonus action, I do have myself targeted. I am going to use my Channel Divinity. And I don't know if this is going to do it right. Consume, yes. Because I should have Okay, no, it just gave me divine sense, but it said, and I verified on the website, that because I am Oath of Devotion,
Okay, you need
I
to
do
stop
get Sacred
clicking.
Weapon.
Please stop clicking the med kit for that option.
The med kit? I don't know what that means.
I thought we had that. You have. Okay, it's because you get the spell for the sacred weapon, or it's a different feature entirely. It should be its own feature that you use, and it's it's right here. And then you drag your weapon into it, and then it enchants your weapon. It's an enchantment. It's a new thing from 5e.
Okay.
Oh.
And then when you use that, it ties to your channel divinity. So use
Okay.
the charge for it, and so drag your weapon there.
Drag my weapon there. Okay, so it looks like it's already applied to me.
Just please drag the weapon to where it says, and it should apply it. I don't
Okay,
know.
no,
I don't think it does it automatically. So just
Okay, I apologize. I'm not sure what you mean by
I
drag the
have-
weapon.
Okay,
because
so
I'm not
next
seeing anything.
next time that happens in the chat
Mhm.
there, it said to drag your weapon. But so you drag your sword from the inventory into the chat where it says to drag your weapon, and now if you look at your
Oh.
longsword, it says longsword sacred weapon because the weapon has been enchanted.
Thank you.
That's
Okay.
how True
That's kinda
Strike
cool.
works as well. It's a new thing from Foro. They've added activities, but they also added that enchantment. That's one of the new activities.
Okay, so I added back one issue of my channel divinity, and I am deleting divine sense from my
Why?
self.
Keep the divine
because-
sense because that's on the, but it still uses the charge of the channel divinity. Yeah.
Right, but I have two channel divinities, and that's the first time. I didn't
I
want
see.
to do
It
divine
used both.
sense.
I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, it used both. Okay. So I will channel
Should be good.
holy radiant light into my sword, and I will attempt again to make an attack against now, not myself. Come on, the big guy.
Ooh.
Okay, so this is a normal hit.
No, I really want. Oh, sorry. My apologies. I didn't mute.
Okay, is that right?
Yeah, it just adds to your to hit. Yeah. That's why it's like max 1 of 2 because it rounds up on your charisma modifier.
Gotcha. Okay. I now see the difference here.
I think this system just doesn't do the light. Oh, maybe it does.
No, I think it did. So,
Maybe I did that. 'Cause the system doesn't. I don't know. I feel like it's been a month since we played.
Kinda.
yeah. Okay, so anyway, that is it. I've already used my bonus action, so that is the end of my turn.
All right. On its turn, it is gonna first strike into the one that looks like it's not wearing any armor.
Okay, and if it hits, I will protect. Yes.
Oof.
Mm.
I'll try to reduce that as much as I can. Holy! No damage.
He took 4. That's what it says. Is that right?
Did I take 4? Damage is 16, reduction is 18.
I'm saying that the chat card told me that you have taken. You see?
Ah. I'll revert it.
Okay.
The ability is weird because it's gonna heal him, and then of what he rolled, even if you do less damage.
Then yeah.
Damn. Damn, that's a crit.
Ah,
Damn, Ray, sorry.
Yeah,
on the other
guys,
side.
I don't want to be here.
Huge
What if I
guy.
wasn't here? What if I did what I wanted to do?
Wait.
Left.
It should have been disadvantage though. Oh, that was for Ray. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright.
That
And
has to be
then, I'm sorry. Somebody leave me alone. You know I'm playing D&D. All right.
Ooh.
And one attack on Ray, but this guy's looking weak now. He's stammering around as his trident's jabbing into you guys. It's hurting, but it's definitely on its last fins. Correct. That brings us to you.
I will step up to this big Sahuagin, and I should check the push rules for size. Let's just hope. Yeah. I fucked up the automation, never mind.
Well, what were you trying to do?
I was just gonna push him away so when he explodes, he doesn't explode and make
Do you have to hit first, or is that just a strength thing?
I believe it's just a straight strength roll. It's not a hit prerequisite.
Okay. I've rolled a 19.
You make it. So I will strike twice instead. Miss. And the second one.
All right.
And sneak attack.
In one fit of rage, he explodes out. So I need all of you to give me con saves.
Oof.
And as the battle is exchanged, he's still just barely up. But
That was my highest roll. It was a 10.
Oh,
Con, you will take 9 damage.
9.
And Thorak, you're good. Oh, actually, Thorak fails as well. And Lilith, you both take 9 damage of acid.
9.
Enter.
Oh, shit.
no! Maisie screams out as she sees Lilith fall to the ground.
And you watch as this thing turns its attention towards them.
That's not good. Come on. Oh.
All right. Ray, that brings us to you. This thing has
RJ.
just spewed this acidic blood on you. It has struck at you with its trident. You see Lilith down next to you after this mauling attack. How would you like to proceed?
Take a deep breath. It's just bad. Okay. I'm gonna swing at this guy.
Oh, that was almost a 20, but it rolled
it's a
back.
great thing that I have raised because even when I miss, I hit.
Yeah. And on the backswing, you feel like you miss. You feel kind of bad. You set your sword in the ground, but it lands just in this thing's flipper. As it does, it falls back and it hits against the cavern, and some rocks fall on its head, and it just lays there, slumped over dead.
I think Ray's the person
I
that
did that.
has gotten the most profit out of Grays.
All right, I'm assuming then, with no more enemies, that Lilith would use a hand to get, Maisie would use a hand to get Lilith up.
Yes, I would use 5 points of my lay on hands, which I don't think it'll let me do because I'm not next to her, but I can't move
no
myself.
worries. It's all good. We'll
Okay.
do it manually. All right, as you guys stand around now this blood-soaked cavern, staring at these fiendish shark devils, or sea devils as they're known, you look around now, and as you're all looking off in the corner, you notice a sight, and it looks like a kind of child's play place. And that is where we will take our bio break. I will give them the description of the lantern that I gave them, or I give you the description that I gave them. As the blood-soaked corridor is now at your feet and Lilith is up, you notice a brass lantern that bears the marks of years at sea. Dented, salted, stained, and wrapped in green scarf turned handle. A faint glow pulses from within, like a distant memory refusing to fade.
I love the
Okay, you
Sahuagin
know
cut
what?
in
That's
half on
legit.
the
You got
right.
the item in the background. I like that.
Yeah, and also as you guys get a glance, you notice that there's kind of a wooden dock here on the old side of the cave, and written on this green flag bears the words Captain William's Retreat. On the walls, crude charcoal sketches remain, a small boy beside a boat, a smiling family, but behind it a massive serpent with amber eyes beneath waves. But not all as it once was. At the far end of the cave is some blackened and sharp glowing amber orbs that seem to be kind of corralled and built up, coralled up on the like barnacles on the stone. And a long dead Sahuagin, you can tell by the corpse kind of rotted away, with a wooden sword in its chest seems to be there. And
What?
on the hilt it reads Billy.
Has
I gotta look
Billy's
up.
spirit stayed in the lantern, or have I seen him move?
It's like he's inside the lantern. Well, you notice now, looking at this table near the flags and the other things, and now around the dead body, kind of waterlogged and soaked-looking journal.
Okay, while we still have light, then I will immediately go and try to very carefully open the journal and see what it's about. And also, yes, could you unpause it so we can see the picture better? Thank you.
Hey guys, look at that sword. It's like the one from Kingdom Hearts. Also, can I use it as a weapon?
I mean,
Is this legally a scimitar?
no, it seems pretty waterlogged. It is. I mean, I know it looks like it's off to the side in this picture, but it's actually inside this dead Sahuagin.
That's even cooler.
Yeah, I'll also argue that soaking it in water makes wood soft, so maybe we can curve it into the shape of a scimitar.
That was more
Alright.
joke.
Right?
I'll have Gaia taste the surface of this cave.
She goes to taste this blackish coral that's been kind of barnacling up this stone wall, and she spits it out. She does not like it. Whatever this is ucky, and it kind of covers this rocky tongue in this blackish tar.
I gave you some gemstones and you became picky. You'll have to go on a diet.
Eat dirt. This is all wet sand.
Maisie, as you open up the journal, on the first pages, you read, "Mom and Dad are yelling again. The shop is beginning to sink, and it's all his fault. He said we should have turned it into a pub. She wanted a family place. I just want quiet. I just want away." As you turn the page, it's a little bit waterlogged, but you see, "I found the cave again today. I don't think they remember it. That's good. I brought the spyglass. It's better here. It listens." As you get past one page, it's too torn to read, but you get to another that says, "I've heard a voice, not in the cave, in the water, like a song but backwards. It said my name, said it could help, said I could be free, get my own ship, no more yelling, just sail away. I said okay. It laughed like the deep ocean." As you go on, the dreams are wrong. I see the sea open, and there's something huge in it, like a god made of eyes and coils. It whispers when I'm awake now. I tried not to come back, but it said I made a promise. I don't remember promising. It goes on. It sent something, a fish thing, said it was to take me home. I stabbed it with my sword. It bled this dark, thick tar. I told it I didn't want this. I wanted out. As the waters surged, the dock cracked, our ship went under. I saw it happen. It laughed. He laughed. I think he sank it. They split up after that. Dad blamed Mom. Mom blamed Dad. I blamed him. I'm leaving. I'm joining the Navy. I'll find him. I'll find the truth, and I'll kill him. I think he's still watching. The eye is always watching. I'll find the chain, the prison, and I'll break it, just so I can put him back myself.
That kid had issues.
That's a lot for a 7-year-old.
Yeah, that kid.
Well, I imagine
Yeah, I
you
was
know,
just going to ask, are there any kind of dates referenced or
it's
anything?
kind
in
of
this journal?
waterlogged, but you get the sense that maybe
It
the
says
journal.
right there, I am 7.
It starts out young, but it goes into, you can tell, it's as he's come down here over the years. He definitely matured a bit as it went on. The writing got a little bit more pronounced. The spelling seemed to clean itself up. These are kind of just the major snippets you saw going through it.
So instead
Okay.
of a dairy, it's a yearly.
Um,
I'm sorry.
So- it's the final page. Does it look like that was like, did he come back here after he joined the Navy, or do I think that was before he left?
You get the sense that was before he left.
Okay.
He kind of you get the sense that perhaps he left this here as the final kind of goodbye before he left Alfield.
Okay. Excuse me. So
So, we are still here accompanying you, but we don't know what's happening, and you clearly do. We put our lives at risk. What is going on?
I just want to clarify one thing. I was just double checking what I wrote in my background story, because in my mind, Billy was several years older than me, but I didn't actually give him an age.
Yeah, that's totally fine. He could be older.
Yeah, so I knew him when I was like 18 to 20. And I want to say he was probably like 20 years older than me.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was, excuse me.
Then I would say that you definitely got the inkling that there was maybe a bit more to him.
Yeah.
He maybe had some strange talking sometimes, or spoke of this. He didn't speak of it out loud, but you got the sense that there was something eating at him, gnawing in the
Right.
back of his mind.
Well, I mean, he was, 20 years older than me, presumably in the Navy for approximately that long, and he was still doing nightly patrols with a fresh recruit, or a fresher recruit. So he didn't advance very far in that 15 to 20 years since he had joined the military. So yeah, I'll just I'll look up at Khan, and I'll slowly close the journal and put it into my bag. I want to take it with me as kind of this memorial. And I'll say, when I was in the Navy, I had one very close friend, probably my best friend, at least in military service, and his name was Billy. These are his childhood things.
Why are a child's belongings doing in the cave at the bottom of a lake?
This is where he lived. His family owned that ship that sank. And one night, and one of the main reasons that I left my military service, he and I were on patrol in this, just along the docks in Port Damali, and Billy decided that he was going to play around. It was a warm night, not much was going on. He was jumping on the pylons from one to another. We were having a good time, not taking our responsibilities too seriously. and at one point he misjudged one and severely broke his leg. When I went up to lend him some aid and attempt to help him, because my first instinct was to help, not go find someone else. To be exact, the situation was much like snapping the wishbone from a large bird
Isn't that
around
what you
the
said?
holiday table. No, but that's okay. I just said broke his leg severely.
No, it was brutal.
Oh no, yeah, no, the wishbone came later. Okay, so no, the leg was just broken. So sorry, I read further. As I approached him, this large dark tentacle came up out of the water and grabbed him. He was thrown up into the air, being squeezed by this tentacle, while another one came up beside it, and it was almost like two children fighting over a doll as each tentacle grabbed hold of a different part of his body and pulled, much like snapping a wishbone. And they, as soon as he was broken in half, they disappeared under the water, taking his body with them.
Well,
And obviously that has never set well with me.
if that was too much to say, you could have say it's private or something. That is a horrible way to die.
It is a horrible way to die, but I need you to understand why it is important to me that finding out that there is a connection, some connection to him here, and more specifically that there are symbols of Uk'otoa found in his childhood home. It's almost like he was fated to be taken.
Uk'otoa is the monster that did that?
That's what I think. Of course, the official ruling is that he slipped and was knocked unconscious, and his body fell into the bay and was simply taken away on the currents. But I was there and I know what I saw. But these writings, and I'll pat my bag where I put the diary away, he talks about having contact with some entity, something with eyes, something that caused his parents to fight and divorce, and their home to be sunk to the bottom of this lake. Some kind of monster that spoke to him, that sent this Sahuagin here, and I point to the one on the ground with the sword through its chest. That creature was sent to take him home, but he killed it because he didn't want to help out anymore. He didn't want to be involved. He wanted to distance himself.
I think he distanced himself pretty well, all the way to the grave.
Perhaps.
Do you know if he made some kind of a deal with this entity? Or is it just he got killed because of his rejection of the offer?
I can't say for sure. He had been in the military for a good 15, 20 years before I joined. So I don't know how he lasted so long if he was being hunted by some sort of sea creature god thing. And I also can't help but feel responsible in part for his death because I was there. I was playing around on the docks with him. We weren't watching. Maybe I could have seen something approaching in the dark water if I had been paying attention rather than laughing and joking and playing around.
I think you were just a kid. It's not your fault.
Hey, sometimes people die, but I don't think that was actually your fault.
But why did it take so long for a god to catch up to him? And why
I
did you
don't know.
choose the Navy, of all places? I would have been as far inland as I could have been, away from water.
I don't understand. I don't know. I am not one to understand gods or their train of thought or why they would toy with someone. Maybe I was meant to see it happen. I don't. I truly don't know.
But Billy's intent was to beat the god, right? He blamed the god for his misfortune and his parents splitting up, and that's why he was trying to hunt the god?
Yes.
That's...
But it sounded like perhaps he might have been... I'll pull the journal back out and I'll hand it to Thorag to look at it. It seems like maybe he might have been friends with it at one point. Or at least in communication with it.
I'll read through it while you keep on talking.
What is the lantern, though? Why is it here?
Billy's ghost is inside of it. And I'll try to pick the lantern up and see if I can, see him inside of it, or if it's just glowing.
As you look inside, you do see him. And as you pick up this lantern, you recognize it as an old lantern that was rumored about. It's known as a lantern of the lost sailor, and it is rumored that it is given to sailors that perhaps can't find their way home, need a guiding light back. But you know that, here, I'm going to drop what it does for you. We're not going to make you wait on it, but it gives you Seafarer's Light, and while holding the lantern, Maizie can command the light as a bonus action, and it sheds bright light in a 30-foot radius and dim light for another 30 feet. It also gives you Spectral Aid. As an action, you can call upon the presence within, calling a shimmering spectral hand faintly resembling Billy's to appear and function as the Mage Hand spell. It also serves as Unseen Savior. If you fall unconscious within 10 feet of the lantern, the present instinctively manifests, placing a spectral hand to your chest as you are stabilized.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
One, the item is great, but in reality, that's creepy as fuck, guys.
It's fine. I've been seeing Billy as a ghost for years now.
Well,
In
does
death,
it
he does what he
touch
likes to
you?
do in life. Touch Maisie.
It touched Maisie's
No,
chest.
he never touched me.
He about to touch you?
Now that is what the item was before
We're
I
literally relying
changed
on a
it, but
ghost to maybe
yes,
save
it is
you.
mainly for you, Maisie. You haven't. You get the sense that perhaps, maybe, if the others ever were to figure out or know Billy, maybe one day it might work for them. But you get the sense that, given how close you are, that this lantern will only function with him inside.
Hey, Lilith, you better get friendly with this ghost, because you go down quite a few times. Well, technically, that wouldn't happen if I was a bit braver. We're not there yet. We're working on it.
I'll pick the lantern up and hold it up so that I can look in it, and I can see Billy in there. Can I look into his eyes?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll just kind of like smile, like a sad smile, and say, you're home now, in a way. If you want to stay here, I'll understand.
He gives you this look of kind of relief and understanding. And then he kind of looks onward, down at where you have the journal, and kind of gesturing and asking without asking to perhaps finish what he could not. And you would know that, yeah, Billy was helping you on the, working on the day or whatever you called it, the introductory shifts. But you know that because of the way Billy was, just given kind of the way his mind worked, people didn't often believe some of the words he said, as he had mentioned these things that had happened to him as if they were truth, but people obviously don't believe everything they hear. So, you know that maybe that's why he spent so long. He just never had the chance.
Okay. Maisie, kind of sheds a tear and nods her head. Yeah. I'll help you, old friend.
The lantern is talking to you?
In a way. And I'll just hook it to
Insight check to make sure she's not crazy.
hook it to my belt.
Not worried about that.
I would say schizophrenia.
I don't
but
know, Maisie. Would they be worried?
I mean, they can think whatever the hell they want to think.
I would say schizophrenia, but I don't think that was a known issue in the medieval times.
They were just called seers and fortune tellers and crazy.
Yeah.
Or perhaps some kind of madness.
Yeah, crazy people.
As Maisie sits on the floor, cross-legged, talking to an object, going visibly insane. I'm penning a letter to her dad. I'm like, the experiment is over. Your kid is fucked in the head. You need to come send a collection agent to pick her up and take her back home.
Yeah, but which dad are you sending it to? Because I have two.
Oh, all of them, all three.
All three? No, just the two.
No, the postman as well.
Oh, okay.
And the milkman, actually. And both friends from work.
All right, as you find yourselves now with the lantern, you notice there's a spyglass there and some other things, but Billy now seems to be with you. What would you guys like to do?
I would like to trace the symbols off the walls onto a parchment.
Careful with those. They cursed a kid until he died.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to do that.
So lost, guys. I feel like. I mean, wait. Oh, I'm just gonna ask. Technically, did we do what you're trying to get done? I mean, you found your buddy in a vase. So we'll never know.
Yeah. Sorry, I did that on accident.
Is it permanently on the token now?
No, I can turn it off.
It's really nice.
Yeah, because then I go here and extinguish,
Oh.
and it goes out.
Nice.
And I can do dim light or regular light.
I'm gonna
Guys,
point out.
this
Yeah.
completely on stealth.
You're gonna point out what?
Did you have a look at this spyglass, Maizie?
I'll look at the spyglass. I hadn't looked at it yet. No, I was pretty enraptured by the journal and the lantern.
Hmm.
All right. What would you guys like to do?
It's pretty cold in here. Can we go back to the surface?
You know what? I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, this is
All
a
right.
sad place to be.
Why don't we go to any happy places, guys? You know, like why don't we like go just like have dinner at the tavern? You know, just relax all of the day.
You just spent 3 days relaxing.
I know, and it was perfect. I want to go back to it. I stayed up on the scimitar. I got some work done. You know, it was good.
Well, all right. You guys either we'll end it here with you guys in the cave, or you guys getting back
Wait,
up to the
DM.
surface.
Do
That's
we
what I'm trying to
feel like
figure
we
out.
might have? We feel like we might have missed anything in this wonderful cave.
I would say no. It seems like you've not missed anything.
I would just like to take one other, like, toy boat or soldier.
Yeah, go for it. You could take
not-
the toy boat.
Yeah, not the flag. I'll leave the flag, and I'll leave the sword in the Sahuagin body. But yeah, just like some other little memento of his. So yeah, I'll take the toy boat.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Awesome. So you guys managed to get your little hats on. Fendril found one for Ray, and you guys swim back up to the top, wet again once more before arriving back at the dock of Alfield. Fendril is you watch as he casts his rod out and reels something in. It's almost as if what he reeled in shouldn't have been there. As you notice, it looks like it's covered in flames and it's very odd.
What kind of bait is he using?
It's the rod. Great rod.
What a great
Now-
rod!
We're sticking a Pokemon now. You have the expert rod. Like,
But yeah, that is where we will draw to a close today as you guys get back up to the surface, all kind of covered in water. But after learning a bit more about Billy and perhaps his trials and tribulations.
hey guys, no one better talk about me smelling like wet cat. Okay.
Smells like wet hat.
I will maybe do something to you and Joe Sleep. Remember this.
I
was so tempted to learn prestidigitation, but like, god damn, if I really picked that as a cantrip, that would be.
prestidigitation is a must-have cantrip.
I'm gonna get it once I am able to dip in wizard, or if I get it, the next cantrip I can get it, I'm picking that spell.
Thank you guys for session. I'm looking forward to playing again next week.
Thank
Yeah,
you
it was
for
great,
the
Sorry, I was late, guys.
Very sorry for the long delay there in the middle.
No worries.